Thank you all for coming. Thank you for this wonderful introduction. This is the third day of Kalā Yatri, and I'm sure you would have experienced some really beautiful performers, artists sharing their art forms, and we will be doing the same. We belong to three different worlds, but all in the same universe. So, hope you enjoy this confluence of artists. This was some sort of a confluence that we tried. Now, if you have any questions, we'd like to share something about our genres. And if you have any questions, we'd love to take that. And after we have this conversation, then we will continue with our conversation. And
my first question would be: do you have other fusion acts with Dhrupad music normally, or is this an exception? Do you club it with other genres and musicians who play other forms of music, or is this an exception? Is this something that has just happened because of a few people who've come together?
This is an exception in my case, but it also depends on what is the definition of fusion for each person. For instance, my father would always used to say that fusion is always confusion. He did not indulge in the concept of fusion.
Purist, yeah.
Purist, but at the same time he has collaborated with Carnatic musicians, collaborated with Bharatanatyam dancers, with Kathak dancers, given background scores for movies. So, in the moment and with the team that you have, with the opportunity that you get, if it is suitable to be able to present your art form in its pure essence, and at the same time have an interaction with other genres, if that develops, then I think the confusion removes and only the fusion remains.
About fusion, I have a small point. It's something called fission also. We studied
Fusion, yes. Yes.
Fission is something which is like as powerful as atom bomb. So maybe that can happen. Confusion can happen one side.
Yes.
But there is also the possibility of confusing each other in such a way that something
Yes, yes. Yes, that's really true because from now that I look back at our training and look back at what we are trying to learn, their approach and even their ustad's approach was to understand sound. Music was just a byproduct of that understanding. Music was created as a process of understanding the sound. When they would attempt a rag, they would look at a rag. How are you pronouncing the words? What is the pronunciation? What is the technique of producing the sound? Where is the sound happening? And the most beautiful part that I feel of Indian music is, that's for both the southern music and the northern music, is that we have the concept of tanpura. Our music is never standalone. It is always a conversation, a samvad. Samvad basically means a conversation. So conversation between the singer or the player and the tanpura. So this is the most unique aspect that helps us understand what sound technically is. You can say that this is ga, but what is ga? How can you describe ga? How can you describe re? Only you can feel it through the help of this vast harmonical reflecting surface. Whatever you produce somewhere here, it will reflect back. This concept is really intriguing if you look at it. And it's for all musicians, all genres of Indian music, that whenever you attempt something, the first moment starts with a conversation with the tanpura and the musician. So once you approach the music in that aspect of understanding the samvad, understanding how the sound is resonating between the person, this resonance, this capacity to understand the resonance with the tanpura creates the capacity to understand the resonance between our surroundings and ourselves. And I think with time, when one progresses on that path, the music starts to reflect and resonate with the people around them, and then this circle keeps growing. So that's what I always try to look back upon. Whatever rag we've been taught, they don't make sense in a bigger picture. Why do I have to know where the Gandhar of Yemen is? Doesn't make sense. But the ability to look at it with that much precision, with that much sensitivity, develops something inside, opens up something. Your senses will have to be heightened to absorb that. And once that happens, that becomes into a medium, and that becomes into a lifestyle of music. And I think which all of us are trying to understand.
I have another question. You told me that you started training at the age of 18. So before that, did you have other musical influences? I know you are from the Dhrupad, almost you can call it the first family of the Dhrupad Sangeeth, but did you, as growing up, did you have other influences too? And if you can share some of those, apart from Dhrupad.
Yes, we're not the first family. In my family, my fathers and my uncles are the first people doing music. But yes, I have had the fortune of being born and brought up in this musical family who has been extensively traveling with their music and exploring this genre of music with all sincerity. That being said, as a kid, you always know that there is a certain point in the puberty where you start to rebel out. And regardless of your background, age, or geographic location, that rebel has to happen. So I was always listening to it as growing up, but my family never intentionally asked me to learn music. That's the beautiful part. They never told me to, or any of the kids in the family, to do music, to learn this and practice for this specific number of hours and follow this lifestyle. It was just happening around, and we were absorbing a little bit whatever our senses could. But as usual, as you grow up, you go to school, you meet different people, you go to different places, and different music starts to rush into your consciousness. And as that happened, I was listening to everything, almost everything, because in our Gurukul we had students from 20-30 countries coming together and living in one place. At a time you have 50 people who have 50 different backgrounds, 50 different music tastes, 50 different professions, and all coming together to just understand some understanding of what this genre of Dhrupad is. And so that when that started to happen, I got interested in other music forms, but with the grace of God, that mind got settled down very quickly. So by the end of, I think by the around the age of 17, 18, it started to make sense that this music, what I'm listening to is very interesting, very beautiful, very melodious, very, it attracts you very quickly, but it also releases the attraction in a certain amount of time. Because whatever our favorite songs are, and I'm sure all of us can agree, if you hear it for the next 100 times, then that song is the worst song.
What else can
Yes, Hotel California was such a beautiful song.
It's quite different.
But people have butchered it. And that is because it's an idea that has reached its full potential. Right? But at the same time, something clicked that I've been listening, or we've been around these same rags for thousands of years. And they've still been able to go forward and forward and forward and get more people attracted. The number might increase or decrease, but the rag is continuing to exist. So that sort of gave some indication that there is more juice than that is coming to the naked eyes. So then the interest started to grow, and then I requested my father and my uncles to help me with this addiction. And that's how it started. So consciously it was around that age.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
Any you would like to share? Yes, we'll present a small piece. And we'll conclude with this piece.
Gift for the Kalā. Next year we hope to come back. A lot more people have said they'd like to come from all over the world. With your friend Mali says she comes with us. See you soon. I'm sure a lot of people they do not know in a very fast. The idea we made up and we did it. Luckily we found this beautiful space. So there's so many interesting people come. Each person is. I met somebody who's 43 years in Varanasi. So we come and enjoy the music, but we don't have time to interact. So I think the experience of Dhrupad will be enriched by something like this. Well, and we had a workshop on what is Dhrupad. So we're able to learn what was Dhrupad. And now we're able to appreciate the game. That's what I want to say.
Ladies and gentlemen, the East meets the West. It's all happening here at the Kashi confluence, Varanasi. Give it up for Anant Gudecha, on the veena, and Sangeeth, the bridge between the East and the West. Thank you so much. It was absolutely spectacular, and looking forward to a lot more. Thank you.